Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Ash to Air Tarot. I've been missing in action for the last month and a half actually, and I do apologize for that. I actually moved, and I have not moved in 20 years, so it was a very big move. It obsessed my life, my world for a little while. So I wasn't able to post videos for the signs for the month of September. But I'm back, and I'm very happy to be back during my favorite month, October. My favorite month because I love Halloween, I love Samhain, and I love celebrating this Sabbath and the autumn equinox and all of the all the magical energy that's in the air this month, with the veil being the thinnest of the year. I just feel very connected and very witchy at this time of year. Last October was pretty significant for me because I do personally feel like October is my new year month. And a lot of things that I manifested in 2020 kind of all sort of started in October of 2019. I set a lot of the intentions for those things, and one of them being my move and finding a new home during that month. So, anyway, and in order to celebrate this wonderful month, my favorite month, I've got a lot of new decks that I have never used on camera before. They've been in my collection for a little bit of time, but they're all my Halloween and my darker decks, or at least some of them, because I do have quite a few. But I have the boxes back here of some of what I'm going to be using. We're going to be using the Halloween Oracle, the Halloween Tarot, the Crow Tarot. This is a new one to my collection, the Magical Herb Oracle. We're going to work with that tonight, and also the Trick or Treat Tarot and the Gothic Tarot, which are both produced by Duck Soup. So I am going to get started with Aries. Aries, welcome to your monthly reading. This is going to serve you hopefully for the time period of October 15th through the 31st. But I want you to know that this is sort of the kind of reading that whenever it comes to you, whenever you discover it, is when you're meant to get the message. So if the message doesn't seem to fit at this moment, but it does a little bit later, then that is perfectly okay. This might carry you into November. We're going to start, I think, with the Halloween Oracle. And I've already cleansed the space. I've got a candle going, and I've already kind of tuned in and connected. We have a lot of interesting energy sort of flying around tonight. So I'm really excited to dig in and get to this and see where it takes us. And I've got a little bit of a new camera set up today. So I'm hoping that it works out. So we're going to start with the Halloween Oracle, and this is for Aries for October 2020. Guides, guardian angels, ascended masters, ancestors. What messages do you have for my Aries tribe? Well, you've got the Death card. The eternal cycle begins here. So Aries, this is a new beginning for you, clearly a new beginning, which is really kind of very exciting. Let's just talk a little bit about how this particular card is slightly different than the one in the traditional tarot. So in the traditional tarot, we always warn anybody who comes to get a reading that if they get the Death card, this is not the end of the world. It's not meant to be a scary card, and it doesn't mean literal death. It means a rebirth or a new beginning. And I strongly feel for you guys that you're at a new life cycle. this is definitely a period where there's a lot of upheaval in your life and a lot of new things about to begin. I think that this Halloween should be a celebration for you, as a new beginning. And you should sincerely look at this holiday this year, especially if you practice Samhain as your new year. Um, don't be afraid of this card. Know that the things that are falling away are meant to fall away and out of your life at this time. There's a lot of power in the Death card, whether it be in this oracle or in the traditional tarot. But what this message is telling you is that at this time of the year, with this Halloween coming up, this message is particularly stronger. So you should actively seek celebrating this new beginning this Halloween. Okay. Sorry for the squeaky chair. I just realized I'm in a very squeaky chair. Let's see. Let's go with the Trick or Treat Tarot first, and see what we come up with here for Aries. It's a little too many. These are a little bit harder to shuffle because they're much bigger set of cards. But maybe this one wants to come out. For my Aries tribe. Thank you so much. Show me clearly. And okay. Let's see what we've got. So the first card that popped out for you guys, let's see, we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands. So you're looking to, again, this is also about sort of a card of adventure and looking into something new. So there's definitely something brewing for you, Aries. Let's keep going and let's see what else came out. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Tower, right on the heels of the Death card. That doesn't really surprise me. We've got the Nine of Cups right after the Tower, which to me is a very good sign because it means that the upheaval that's coming in this new beginning or this new start for you is going to bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment. So it's definitely a clearing, that's for sure. You've got the Seven of Swords. The Queen of Swords. The Nine of Swords. And the Knight of Cups. So I'm getting a strong message from Spirit that this new adventure that you're starting on has to do with a new love affair. You've got the Ace of Cups. I think you're at the precipice of a new emotional place. You're in a very different place emotionally than you have been in the past. And I think that these needs that you've discovered that you want to have met that may not have been met in the past or may not have been met but from a former relationship or a lover, that you don't want to waste any more time not getting what you deserve or not being treated the way you deserve to be treated. And I think that this Tower is really is going to be you making a big change, you perhaps initiating a breakup. I really get that strongly. I don't get any kind of feeling whatsoever that someone is going to be breaking up with you. I really have a feeling that you are walking away from something. Now, it could be a love relationship, but it could, for some of you that may not resonate. It could be some kind of job situation. But if it is a job situation, I have a feeling that it's something that is a partnership or perhaps some kind of a job that you're very emotionally connected to. In other words, it's a job that you've loved, or a position that you've held that you've really cared about and put a lot of time and effort into, but you feel now that it's no longer serving you and it's time to move on. So you're initiating this change. But it's the best decision that you could be making this month, because it's going to bring you a lot of relief and a lot of emotional fulfillment. You're moving on to bigger and better things. And in a way, I feel as if the timing of you doing this is actually pretty brilliant, because you're going to be getting away with something. Now, maybe this is the perfect time to make this decision because of the current climate. You know, COVID is still a big thorn in everyone's side, and a lot of people haven't really fully been able to get back to work. A lot of businesses are still half shut down. It depends on where you are in the world, of course, but somehow these events, these world events, or these, events that are affecting the majority, are in your favor. So though it may seem on the outside like it's not the most ideal time for the average person, for you in particular, in your situation, this is the perfect time to make a break for it, to leave the relationship, I hate to say things like this because but to ask for a divorce, if that's something that's been on your mind and it's really something you feel you need to do, or to, tell a lover, look, either make a move or hit the highway, because I'm not going to be in limbo in this relationship anymore. You either commit or you don't, whatever it may be for you. I know that, this may not resonate with everybody, but I'm getting a very strong, I don't like to be one of those readers that gives you like every option in the book, because then I'm not really doing my job of giving a specific message. I do get specific messages even when I read for a collective group. So I do want to say that I just, for the majority, I get a strong feeling this is a love reading. This is regarding love. So I'll just say that flat out. And then, again, I really don't see a lot of pain or heartbreak in this decision that you're making, Aries, because you're the Queen of Swords. You're very concise. You really know what you want to do, and you have no qualms about doing it. So, and then you do have the Nine of Swords here, which, is typically the nightmare card. But I think that's just a little bit of an aftermath of, oh, heck, I really did that. We all go through that. When we make major changes in our lives, even when we're chomping at the bit to make these major changes and we get the nerve up to do it, there's always a little bit of uh-oh, did I do the right thing? I mean, that's human nature, and that's totally normal. And that's all that I'm getting from this card in this position for you. I think you just, after you do it, you're like, holy crap, I really did it. But it opens the door for new love. You got the Knight of Cups coming in here. And it's quite possible for some of you that this is someone that you already met or already knew or have had your eye on, or maybe you're already romantically involved with this new person and you hadn't extricated yourself from the old relationship. So now you're free to be with this individual. I want to do a few more cards and see what we get on that. So let me just let me go to the Crow Tarot here. If we have anything that we can build off of for Aries, October 2020, I'd like more on the Knight of Cups. So we've got the Five of Wands. See if there's anything else. Anything else on the Knight of Cups, please. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that one really flew out strongly. We've got the Page of Cups. Okay. So the Five of Wands and the Page of Cups. I'm hearing noises outside. You know, not to digress, you guys, but I think I hear a coyote. Yeah, that really does not sound like a dog. All sorts of creatures have been visiting my new home lately. I had a crow, as a matter of fact, outside my window this morning in my spiritual space, which is also my office in my home. And I have this beautiful tree that's outside of a window, and the crow was just talking to me. I mean, there's somebody sending me a message. Um, and now I'm hearing coyotes. This is crazy. Okay, well, I don't want to distract from our reading here, but there's definitely a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy flying around tonight. This is fascinating. Okay. Five of Crows is there's been some conflict. So I definitely get the feeling that this Knight of Cups was the catalyst that got you to the decision to make this major change in your life and to break up your former relationship or situation, to get out of your former situation. But it didn't come. Certainly the decision was not something that came easily, and you had to wrestle with it a little bit. But this news is going to fly around fast. So your decision it's going to be a very public decision. This is not something that you're keeping to yourself. And news is going to travel fast amongst your circle. Okay. All right, now I want to move on to another deck here. I want to check out the Gothic Tarot here. And this is a pretty cool little deck. It's a custom deck. The Crooked Way Tarot by Duck Soup. It's a really fun, I don't have a box for it because the tuck box is like just a plain white one. I should put this over here so that it's part of our display. But I wanted this one for a long time because it's just so creepy and weird. It's such a weird deck, and I just thought it was so interesting and cool. And I actually edged it myself with a maroon red, which I think looks really cool with the choice that you can pick different backings for the cards. So this is from Duck Soup Productions, but let's see what the Crooked Way has to say for Aries. Please help me to clarify the reading for my Aries tribe. Is there anything else you have to say? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, it's too many. Man, I'm really awkward tonight with the shuffling. I apologize. Okay, I'm getting nothing else from this deck. So we had one card fly out. Let's see what. Great Aunt Liz, 4 of Pins. Okay, so there's going to be a period of time here once this news is released about your breakup and your decision to move forward. There's going to be a period of time where you're going to need to take a breather and rest a little bit. You're going to be pretty emotionally wiped, which doesn't surprise me. And I also think that your new love is going to be pretty wiped as well. The both of you are going to be a little bit, making a move like that, leaving one person for someone else is never an easy situation to do. So it makes complete sense. I want to move on to the Halloween Tarot and just see where this is all going to culminate for you by the end of the month. So do we have a Any advice for Aries once they've made this move this month? Is there any advice for them? Interesting. Let me just see if there's any other messages that want to pop out for that. Any advice for Aries on their journey towards new love? No. Okay. So I glanced at this card as soon as it popped out, and I got a very, very clear message from Spirit. So you see how this one little imp here is perhaps not really an imp. He's in an imp costume. And the moon is sort of smiling at his trick. So this is telling me two things. The first impression to me is that you need to go your own way. And that's what this whole upheaval this month has been all about for you. It's been very important for you to regain your personal power by living true to who you are and true to your heart. And your former situation was very unhappy for you, and it did not resonate with who you are. It didn't vibrate with you. It was not the other person that you were with was not an energetic match. You were with the wrong person, and you knew it. And so you may have been covert for a while. You may have done some things you regret, like start an affair, or keep things hidden because you were a little cowardly, which sometimes happens, when we get the feeling that we need to make a major change. And it's shocking even to us sometimes to have that revelation that, oh my God, I'm not living up to my potential. I'm not living up to my full happiness, and I can be. And sometimes, everyone's situation in life is different. Sometimes somebody comes into your life and just wakes you up, and I have a feeling that this Knight of Cups that came into your life was a soulmate, maybe a twin flame, but they came into your life, more than likely a soulmate. They came into your life and it woke you up, and you were like, wow, I'm totally with the wrong person. And so you went through hell, literally, to make this happen for you. And that's what this card is telling me. You got away with something, but I don't see this as a trickster or a nefarious thing. It's not. I don't see it in that way. The Seven of Imps is like the Seven of Swords in the traditional tarot. So it's not, and you actually got that card as well. Where is it? I know you got it. Yeah. Right here. You got it in the other deck, Seven of Swords. So you got it twice. But I really feel like it's like you got away with something, like you got away with it in the most, even though it may have been a little bit of a struggle, you got away with something in the easiest way you possibly could. In other words, it's a huge relief. And you did what you needed to do in order for your sanity and your own happiness and ultimately the happiness of everyone else. Because even though the person that you left may not be happy right now, in the long run, you two weren't suited for each other. So congratulations, Aries. You've tackled a very big thing this month. Let's do one last draw on the Magical Herb Oracle and see. This is a very brand new deck, so I haven't read with this one yet. Let's see if there's a message in this for you. purification, burdock root. So I'm going to look it up in the book since it's a new deck for me, but I mean, I think I have a pretty good idea of what that's indicating. So it's time now to start fresh, to start new. And in a way, the act of taking this leap of faith and creating your own destruction, your own tower, was your way of purifying yourself. Because look, the tower is, I mean, the image on the card is, it's a destructive fire, and fire is a way of purifying. It's a way of burning all away to ash and starting over. And you know, in that particular card, the people who are jumping out of the tower are doing so to save themselves, to save their lives. They have to jump or they will perish in the tower. So basically, this act of you leaving one situation for the better one, the older one that was not serving you for the one that is, was an act of freedom for yourself and a way of purifying. A time to release what is no longer needed and to encourage what needs to grow in its place. Disappointment is indicated, and you may find it easier and feel more compelled to walk away from a situation rather than fight for change. But action can still assist you to succeed. An offer may be made to you, and you are advised to seek out more information and do a little more research before accepting. New opportunities are slowly coming your way, so there is no need to take the first offer unless you are completely sure. This is a time of contemplation. This is an herb that is used, burdock is used in love, healing, protection, rituals, and also as a negativity shield. So, I mean, to me, that just sort of clarifies and confirms our entire reading tonight, which is all about, you know, you making a tough decision, but a necessary one. So congratulations, Aries, on your bravery. I'm wishing you the best. I hope everything works out for you. Celebrate your decision. Don't backtrack and worry about it. Know that you made the right decision, and I will see you in the next month. Have a fantastic Halloween, Samhain, whatever it is that you celebrate. Bye-bye.